Welcome, and thank you so much for downloading my latest book on property investing for beginners, how I started cash strapped and in debt. Yes, that's exactly how I started. That's how property investing found me. So you might be asking, property investing found you? Yes. You see, being in a 9-to-5 job, both my husband and I have got such great ambitions about being entrepreneurs. In our 9-to-5 job, we dedicated, but we had a couple of side hustles. And each time we started one, it won, and then it lost, and then it kind of left us with some measure of residual debt. And so the life went on, and we tried different things to see in which area are we going to win. And eventually we bought this farm, 21 hectares, in Bella Bella, about 15 minutes away from the warm bath resorts. And life was good for a while, right? We had started rearing chickens, we got a farm manager, sales manager, we were selling on the live market, then we entered into the fresh market, into the frozen market, and we tapped into different places because there was such a great demand. But what we also didn't know, or realize, should I say, is that sometimes when people are in a desperate situation, they will not see your end result. They'll not see the bigger picture. They will always just see how best could they take advantage of that situation. And so we had chatted to neighboring farmers, and somebody had a sick chicken. Nobody told us about it. And well, 5 million later. Yes. So there's so many lessons that we learned as entrepreneurs. But the biggest lesson that we learned in all of this was when he made this announcement, Jen, let us go to this property investing seminar. And I looked at him like he was like slightly mental. Why? We were growing in this debt that was, I think it must have been about here, or possibly here by then. It was growing. We hadn't known the amount, but we knew that we were now in over our heads. And you know what was going on inside of me? It was like, dude, we don't have money. We don't have credit line at the bank. Did you get an inheritance that I do not even know about? Because it's generally rich people, or people that have got access to money, that can go after property investing. So what don't I know that you know? And well, there's some stuff that he knew that I didn't know. So I tagged along against my will, very reluctantly, to this property investing seminar. And this guy went on to share about stuff, and then he said, no money down. And then he got my attention, because I'm thinking, look, if there's going to be anything that exists in property investing with no money down, I got to know about this. And fast forward, we attended training. What an eye-opener. Because I mean, think about this, guys. You're in insurmountable amounts of debt. At this point, still not very clear on how much is this insurmountable amount of debt. And you're trying to see what would logically make some sort of change. And if you hear no money down and it looks something as sure as property investing, I felt at that time I got to investigate it. And well, going through this training, going through the coaching was an experience that I cannot even explain to you. And this, for me, throughout this whole journey, led me to write this book, because had I known about what property investing could do, the different strategies outside of just buying, renovate, and sell, or buying and renting out. Because look, I've been through both. So for me, it was a matter of, I've been there, done that, and I know you need money. But what I didn't know was exposed to me during training. Yeah. And I promise you, I remember sitting at the edge of my chair, and I asked the trainer questions from here to thy kingdom come, because I just needed to grasp what they were saying. And then I found this creative finance strategy. And that's one of the many secrets, because a lot of people ask, so where do you, this secrets that you guys have got, you have to have some sort of secrets, right? To have this overnight success. Because to many people, it would be this overnight success, but they don't really realize the stuff that goes on behind the scenes, the heartache, the pain, and all of those things. And I had a lot of them, because I mean, some days I woke up crying like for days. Other days I woke up with this glared look in my face, thinking, how the heck are we going to get out of here? But, experiencing this through property training and the coaching, that there's a way of an escape, I focused my energy on this way of escape, and it was in creative finance strategies. And that for me was my first big secret, open secret, right? The next best one was how to leverage somebody else's money. It is one of the most powerful things that you can come across if you're in a situation much like I was. And then the third thing is, when they keep on saying, surround yourself with like-minded people, you're going to go far. And all of this talk, guys, it's not talk. Because when we surrounded ourselves with like-minded people, people that were going somewhere, and this was particularly around property investors, we were in that particular environment, literally submerged, listening to people, learning from them. And that's how we were able to leverage other people's money. So we understood creative finance, we understood being surrounded by people with the same dream, and thereby leveraging other people's money. And that for us was such a breakthrough, because now I can walk into the shop without breaking into a cold sweat when my child says, Mom, please could I have that? But don't mistake this. They don't get everything that they want. But prior to this, they got nothing. Yes, nothing. Not even a Kinder Joy. Now I can entertain a Kinder Joy. I can entertain ice cream, okay? So I just really want to come through and bear my heart out and share with you that if you are looking for a way to make property investing work for you, what I've prepared and what I've gone through so much to actually put this together, this may be something that you may be looking for. So I've put a one-day property boot camp together, and it touches how to get started, the fundamentals of property investing, how to leverage a network environment much like I've done, how to use other people's money just like I've done, and how to actually go into property investing with creative finances if you are cash strapped and in debt just like I was, right? And those are my open secrets that I always share about, saying, you know what, guys, there's so many ways to skin a cat, and that's the way I did it. So with this, I want to thank you so much for your time and say to you, if this is of interest to you, I would like you to read below. Go through this information, and if this one-day property bootcamp ticks all your boxes, I look forward to seeing you there. Why? Because I know what I've applied, that it's worked. I currently still apply it because it's an income stream for me. But right now, the best thing it's given me is time freedom. And the time freedom has created that I can open multiple doors to financial freedom. So what is it that you after? I look forward to seeing you at the one-day property bootcamp.